beginning the flight training session here in the E-Jet. I'll just click begin with Fly with AI and get walked through the process.
I see the aircraft is an E-Jet. The only thing I can co-pilot on this plane right now is the E-Jet flight demo.
Okay.
Please load the aircraft at the Bergamo Airport at runway 28.
I've done that.
Luke, make sure the aircraft is lined up on runway 28 at Bergamo Airport. You can find it using Lime in X-Plane. Do you have it set up properly? Any questions?
Nope. I can see down the runway and I think I'm at the threshold.
Great. Just ensure you're lined up on runway 28 at Bergamo. Once confirmed, we can start the flight planning. Are you ready?
Ready.
It seems the FMS isn't open correctly.
Oh.
Please try opening it again and let me know when you're ready.
Okay, now I opened it. Can you see it now?
Press the RTE key located in the middle of the FMS between the PROG and CB buttons.
Okay, I see the RTE key.
Confirm that you see today's date in blue on the top left of the FMS display. Let me know what you see.
No, I went one page too far. How do I get back one page? I got lost.
It sounds like you may need to access the database page. Try pressing the DB key on the FMS. This should help you find the date and database validity. Let me know what you see. Press the RTE soft key located on the bottom right side of the FMS screen. Let me know when you're done.
Okay, done.
Check that the origin is set to Lime Bergamo on the top left of the screen below the origin text. What do you see?
Yeah, I see Lime, and then under that I see runway.
Enter the destination as low W for Vienna. Let me know when you've done that.
So I can see it's LOWW for Vienna, so LOWW, and then what?
Press the departure soft key located in the same place as the activate soft key. Let me know when you're ready for the next step.
Okay, I pressed the departure soft key, and now I'm looking at the next screen, which is selecting, I guess, a departure or something.
Press the runway soft key located on the top right side of the screen.
Okay, yeah, now I see the available runways. I guess I'm choosing 28.
Press the soft key next to runway 28 to select it as your departure runway. Let me know when you've done that.
Great, done that.
Press the soft key next to let L1V. This is the SID for our departure from Bergamo. Let me know if you see it.
Oh yeah, I see it. I got it.
Press the soft key next to OSK1F, which is our transition waypoint.
Okay, done, yeah. And now I see it all in blue, all kind of selected with the SID and the runway.
Check that the runway is R28 and the site is LUT1V. OSK. Let me know what you see.
Perfect, I see that.
Press the Apply soft key to confirm your selections. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay, done.
Enter the flight plan, M985 to Malug, then direct to VP011, Victor Papa 011, and finally direct to your destination. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh shoot, okay, that's, I see that. Where do I enter that in?
You can enter the flight plan in the FMS under the route page. Look for a way to add waypoints or airways and start with M985. Let me know when you find it.
Okay, I've typed in M985. Do I put it on the right or the left?
You should enter M985 on the left side of the FMS next to the appropriate LSK button. After that, press the LSK button next to it to confirm. Let me know when you're done.
Okay. I did that. What's the next waypoint? Malug?
Next, enter Malug on the left side of the FMS next to the appropriate LSK button. Press that LSK button to confirm once you've entered it. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I had to add it to the right because I guess it's not a waypoint, or I guess it's not a air route or an airway.
Inspect the overview for typos. The flight plan should show M985 to Malag, direct to VP0111, and direct to low. What do you see?
I see we're doing our SID direct to Malag, then M985, then VP011, then destination.
Visually confirm the flight plan on the MFD, which is the screen on the right side of the cockpit. Let me know what you see.
Yep, I see. Let me see, activate. Let me look on the MFD. How do I get there? I guess I have to click it open.
Yes, click on the MFD to open it. Once it's open, you should be able to see the flight plan displayed. Let me know when you're there.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see the plan for sure.
Press Activate on the FMS, which is a soft key on the bottom left of the screen.
Okay, I already did that. I entered that one. I activated it before I went to the MFD, so that's done.
Confirm that all the text on the FMS has changed to green. Also, check if the flight path on the MFD has changed from a dotted line to a solid line. What do you see?
Perfect, yeah, I did see all that. I see all green text on the FMS, and the lines between the waypoints on the MFD are all solid.
Press the FPL flight plan button on the FMS located at the top of the FMS keyboard. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay, yeah, I clicked that. Now I see, I guess, a bunch of waypoints in the flight plan.
Close both the pop-up screens by pressing the X in the top right corner of the FMS screen. Let me know when you're done.
Cool, they're both closed.
Find the EFB electronic flight bag by looking to your left at the iPad. Let me know when you see it.
Yeah, I see it's an iPad, and it has all the EFB features.
Open the Weight and Balance tab on the left side of the iPad. Confirm that payload is selected on the drop-down menu in the middle of the screen. What do you see?
Good, yeah, I've selected the payload, and then under that I see fuel weight.
Enter the payload as 18,800 pounds. You can type this value on your keyboard. Press Request Manual Load Sheet on the EFB. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay, done. Now I see the weight and balance. Let's check.
Confirm that the FMS indicates the takeoff flaps need to be set to 2. What do you see?
The flaps need to be set to 2. Yes, I see that. Confirmed. Check.
Confirm that the FMS indicates the pitch trim needs to be set to 3. What do you see?
Actually, I see the pitch trim needs to be set to 0.2 up. That's what it says.
Set the flaps to 2. The flap lever is on the lower right side of the center console, labeled Flaps. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay, it's in the 2 position. Check. So now what happens if we set something in the incorrect position? I just want to show you that Fly with AI can identify incorrect positions of things. So far, we've been doing everything like a really good student, and now let's do something bad.
Display, which is above the Embraer badge in the center of the cockpit. The pitch trim should be inside a white box on the bottom right of the EICAS. What do you see?
Yeah, actually, I do see that. I see the pitch trim, and it's currently right now being set to 1.9 down.
Set the pitch trim as indicated on the FMS. You can use the trim switch on the yoke or the switches on the center console near the handbrake. Remember, pull down for up trim and push up for down trim. Let me know when you've set it.
Okay, I've set to 0.2 up.
Press the TO config, takeoff configuration button, which is a black circular button in the middle of the center console. Listen closely to what is said after pressing it. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay, I see it. And
No takeoff.
it
Brake.
says no takeoff, brake.
Move the auto brake to RTO, rejected takeoff. The switch is located on the panel to the right of the MFD. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay, cool. I moved it to auto brake RTO.
Find the autopilot controls located on the top of the panel, below the glare shield, and above the other screens. Look for the AP autopilot and AT auto throttle buttons. Let me know when you found them.
Okay, let's see. AP autopilot and AT auto throttle. Yeah, I see those two things.
Set the autopilot airspeed value to 180 knots by turning the speed knob, which is located below the AT button. You can confirm the speed indicated at the top of the speed tape on the PFD in cyan.
Okay, I'm just making the speed tape a little bit bigger so I can see it easily. But, okay, so I'm going to turn the speed. Okay, good. What am I setting it to? 180 knots. Okay, 180 knots on the speed tape. Check.
Yes, set the autopilot airspeed to 180 knots. Set the autopilot altitude to 10,000 feet by turning the knob for Alt Cell Altitude Select. You can confirm the value at the top of the altitude tape.
Okay. 10,000, check.
Press the AT button, which is located above the airspeed selector. This will arm the auto throttle. Verify that a white TO annunciator is illuminated on the PFD. Let me know what you see.
Perfect. I saw that immediately. Check. Takeoff is armed.
Press the TOGA, Takeoff Go Around button, which is a black button on the throttle column. It has TOGA written below it. Be careful not to confuse it with the AT disconnect button on the white handle.
Oh, I totally see it. Yeah, the TOGA button. I click it. Okay. Oh yeah, and I see the roll and takeoff annunciators coming up.
The gear lever is located on the front panel to the right of the EICAS. It has a white wheel handle with two positions, up and down. Make sure you know how to operate it before takeoff.
I see it and I understand it, yes. Ooh, I feel like we're getting close to takeoff.
Okay, begin the takeoff when you're ready. Advance power to full.
I'll look outside. I have my power lever here. Okay, power lever to full.
Maintain the center line of the runway and allow your airspeed to increase. You're waiting for V2 before rotating.
A little bit left, right of center line.
V1, rotate, V2.
V1 rotate. Pitching up to gear up. Okay, gears up.
Engage autopilot now.
Okay, autopilot's on.
Flaps to 1 and increase autopilot airspeed to 210 knots. Let me know when that's done.
Okay, flaps to 1 and airspeed to 210. Okay. Airspeed 210. Okay, airspeed's 210 and the flaps are at 1.
Airspeed 210, flaps to 0.
Okay, airspeed 210, flaps to 0.
Flaps are retracted, check. Now set the autopilot speed to 250 knots. Any questions so far?
Should my feet be off the pedals?
Yes, your feet should be off the pedals during climb with autopilot engaged. You can rest them comfortably. Let me know when you're ready to proceed.
I did increase the airspeed to 250 for the autopilot. And I can see we are gaining speed and then beginning our climb again. We're climbing at about 1,000 feet per minute.
Excellent. Continue climbing and maintain your current speed. Let me know when you reach 5,000 feet.
We just passed through 5,000.
As you pass 6,000 feet, remember to press the Borrow Set button to switch over to standard pressure.
Oh, sure. Okay, the Borrow Set button. Push for standard, and we are just about to pass through 6,000 feet. Right there. Done.
Turn the altitude bug to FL 310, flight level 310, by adjusting the Alt knob on the autopilot panel. Watch the number change on the top of the altitude tape of the PFD. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay, 310 done. We are in the climb.
As we climb to FL 310, do you have any questions about the cockpit or the aircraft systems? It's a great time to discuss anything you're curious about.
I'll wait until we're past 10,000 feet to discuss those sort of things. But so far, so good. It's all very understandable, and I can see we're going through the waypoints from the flight plan. I can see that on the MFD.
I'm glad to hear that everything is understandable. It's great that you can see the waypoints on the MFD. Keeping track of them helps with navigation. If you have any specific questions about the systems or procedures, feel free to ask.
Should I be leaving the FMS in any specific page during the flight? Like, should I leave it in the FPL page or something?
During the flight, it's common to keep the FMS on the FPL page for navigation. However, you can switch to other pages as needed for performance data or to check your route. Just ensure you're comfortable with where it is set based on what information you need at that moment.
Okay, we just passed through 10,000 feet. I heard that's what most airline standard operating procedure is, just to not talk about anything other than crucial for the flight until you pass 10,000 feet.
That's correct. Many airlines have standard operating procedures that emphasize minimizing conversation until passing 10,000 feet to maintain focus during critical phases of flight. Now that you've passed that altitude, feel free to discuss anything else or ask questions as we continue our climb.
So you gave me all the waypoints when I was putting in the flight plan, but was that like a clearance? Like that would have been given to me through a text or some kind of communication through calling clearance delivery on the ground, I'm assuming.
Yes, that's correct. The waypoints and flight plan would typically be provided to you by Air Traffic Control, ATC, during your clearance delivery before departure. They may give you a specific route to follow, including waypoints, SIDS, and any necessary altitude restrictions. It's important to listen carefully to those instructions for safe navigation.